Hey, ladies. So, ChatGPT is testing a paid version of their software. And I wanted to bring this to your attention because as we read through this article, one of the concerns that I have is that there are going to be certain levels of information that you're probably going to have to pay for. And one of the great things about the internet overall is that information is free. And if all of a sudden certain amounts of information must be paid for, certain types of information must be paid for, is that going to cause a big educational gap for less fortunate Black women financially? So let's take a look at this article and definitely leave a comment letting me know what you think about this. So, uh, it is saying here that OpenAI is moving towards charging for more sophisticated versions of its popular ChatGPT bot. Users may wonder how much longer they can count on it staying free. The company, which recently disclosed Microsoft's multi-billion dollar investment, in its technology, has floated plans for a subscription option called ChatGPT Professional, which would offer better access at a cost. While OpenAI is taking feedback from prospective customers about what they think the AI bots' offerings are worth to them, some users are seeing $42 per month options. So, for some of us, $42 a month may not be a big deal. For others, it could be a financial strain, you know? Let's continue reading. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has indicated that such an option could be in the works when he tweeted back in December that, quote, we will have to monetize it somehow at some point. The compute costs are eye-watering. Let's continue. The evolution towards paid versions is a common framework for newer technologies where companies may release a free or low-cost version to entice users and to gauge adoption. For instance, the model of online storage with Dropbox did the same thing. They're saying, quote, the rationale is they have to make these things attractive to change consumer behavior. As these things become more of a part of a habit, those types of strong discounts tend to disappear. So, a representative for OpenAI did not respond to Business Insider's request for comment ahead of the publication. Microsoft's investment in OpenAI could also help develop more extensive and specialized versions of ChatGPT that could help the startup come up with tiered options. It's likely, for instance, that OpenAI maintains a more bare bones free version of ChatGPT where access could be restricted due to demand. So, again, access could be restricted due to demand, and users potentially have to wait in queues. Okay, that's going to potentially be the free version. And then it can also consider paid versions on top of that for individuals or companies, and maybe even figure out ways to determine pricing based on the type and amount of content a user wants ChatGPT to produce and how much they'd be willing to pay for it. Keeping a version of ChatGPT free will still help the company develop its technology. Quote, a free version will help gather data on how people are asking questions and help it improve other versions of GPT. As computing power and other infrastructure required to support these types of generative AI products improves, the buzz around AI is drawing companies to the space. But how the investment will turn profitable is still a work in progress. So, ladies, one of the big things that happened and continues to happen with new technology is these companies will put a lot of money into these new technologies, but then over time, they have to figure out how to get an ROI from this. So, quote here, if anyone tells you what the business models are going to be behind the stuff, they're making it up. It's being figured out in real time. So that is the story here. Again, let me know what you think. Let me know if having paid versions of ChatGPT, if and when it gets really popular, really needed for information, is that going to put um, economically disadvantaged Black women at a disadvantage? Are there things we should be doing? Are there things we should be lobbying for, like educational grants for our young women to be able to use this from elementary school all the way to college and in their early careers when they probably don't have a lot of money? I'd love to hear your comments about this, and I will see you in the next video.
Ladies, do you own a small business? Want to get grants for business loans, credit cards, or other types of funding? Then click my link in the description to get all the information.